I would love to squeeze with this hand, but I'm not going to.
I think I can call here. Call.
Call. 3 players.
Luck boxed for me. It was obviously open-ended straight draw. This is a pretty, this is a really dynamic board. I think I'm just gonna check here.
Check.
I guess a dynamic board. I do have sort of the 2 overcards here, but I'm sort of stuck in the middle, so I'd love to see the turn and fight another day, so I'm going to check and reevaluate if there's any action.
Check.
Quite the board for us. Very dynamic. We absolutely smashed this. I did expect the original razor to check into us a lot of the times here, but we do need to start building this pot. Because it's such a dynamic board, we want to bet about 25 to 30%. Let's just bet 35 here.
The bet's 35.
Part of me wants to just check raise here, but I definitely don't want to get blown off my equity. I think be more passive and just flat. I don't know. Obviously, I have all the sets, but I think the 1 seat has all the sets as well. The flat, and he didn't even bother three betting. So I think what I don't want to have happen is to check raise here and then just get smashed into the face. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and call here.
Calls 35.
I mean, I guess it's nice here that I'm closing the action. I'd expect the player in the hijack to be betting fairly wide here. I think I have enough equity to call, but even if I hit my hand, I'm going to have to be proceeding somewhat carefully, just because I'm a little bit worried about being dominated.
All right, all 3 players.
So this is obviously very good for me. I block the nuts. And I think this is a great spot for me to go ahead and check raise. So I'm going to go ahead and check range here.
Check.
I don't think I have any bets here that would be credible. I'm kind of hoping it just gets checked around. I suspect if it's a bet and a call, I'm probably done with the hand, but I am not sure, but I'm definitely not betting at this point.
Check.
Okay, I did not expect seat 7 a call, but we're here and we have a really good hand. We want to go for value, potentially target the backdoor clubs that might have came in. Maybe we can get called by hands like that do have an 8, weaker 8, like maybe 8-6. I think the small blind would possess a lot of those hands. If a 9 comes off, then we would have the absolute nuts here. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try to target some flush draws, maybe hands with a 6 or even like other 8s, and hopefully we get a 9. So I'm just gonna bet 85.
The bet's 85.
Okay.
Seems
So
reasonable.
this is pretty much where I want to be. I think the question here is we're pretty deep. I don't think pre-flop aggressor hits his board at all. I do block 8-9,
You just had a straight, yeah.
and I think with the backdoor flush draw coming into play, we had 190 in the pot before. I think this is a great time for me to overbet. So I'm going to go 380.
Raise to 380.
I might have had an interesting decision about whether or not to be the second caller. I don't have any decision here.
Okay, so with this opponent, I expect him, I guess, to have a lot of 8s here. The only hand we're concerned about is 8-9. He could be free rolling with clubs as well if he does have 8x of clubs. I don't think raising here with my particular hand makes any sense. I think we just call and go from there and hoping to get a 9 of diamonds or something like that.
380. There you go.
So that card sucks. But, so I made it 380 flats. Which is 8. Almost 1,000 in there. Then I'm just gonna check.
Check.
Okay, so I'm pretty much capping his, I'm pretty much putting him on an 8. He's slowing down with this paired board. I am the aggressor, so I can have a lot of the sets that just boated up here. I think he was definitely betting for value with an 8 on the turn. I do want to turn my hand into a bluff here, though, just because I'm chopping a lot with him. I don't even think he'd be checking with 8-9. So I'm going to turn my hand into a bluff, try to get him off a chop here. I think the only way I can really put him in a tough spot is if I go all in and go polar here, and try to get him to think about holding an 8, but hopefully it works. But if he calls, we chop most of the time. So
I
all
like
in.
this.
All in.
Free roll.
All in. Hang
So-
on, 1 second. Hang on.
I like this logic and reasoning. Very, very wise. He's capped. Get him off a chop.
So how much is that?
$16.50.
Well, this really sucks, actually. But
Very nice.
he didn't even. So obviously, I just think that he's filled up here. I don't think it's. Well, the question is, am I scared, or is this ridiculously bad for me? And the fact that he didn't raise, so he has all those 5s, 6s, and 7s in range. When I check raise turn, when I straight came in, he flats there, and it's either a sick bluff, or what am I beating here? I beat A7, but I lose to
Yeah,
6, 7.
A7's not a real hand, right?
Pocket 5s, pocket 6s.
A7 doesn't just bet
I
turn
lose
call
8, 9,
raise.
but I don't think he has 8, 9. And this is just a pot size bet, a little over pot size. I just don't see how I'm good at this here. Well, this is quite a predicament. If he had the straight on the turn, I think he just repops me. So I just can't see how he doesn't have anything other than 6s full, 7s full here. Sorry, I just gotta think this through. This is so gross. I think I hate this, but I think I'm just gonna have to. 17 with 1,000. I hate this.
Legend.
What a clinic, man.
Yeah, you got it through. Nice hand.
I mean, we'll find out.
No, you got it through. Yeah, it was a bluff.
It was?
No, it wasn't. You would have chopped.
Oh, chopped, yeah. Take him off bluff.
I was gonna say,
You guys should have waited so you could see it.
They're ruining the surprise. Boo.
that was a clinic, man. That was so good. I mean, you read it perfectly, and you're like, you got him off the chop, you know?